Phantom, be honest.
Go ahead.
When you was younger, you ever kiss your cousin?
No.
Not your second cousin?
No.
Not
third. No. Fourth, fifth, or someone removed. No.
I'm asking the rest of you in podcast land. You ever kiss your cousin? You listen to Devil Tongue and Phantom Other on Spreaker.cousin.
.cousin. I don't think you've been kissing your cousin because you're thinking about it hard.
www.spreaker.com. Follow us on SoundCloud. Thanks to all our SoundCloud listeners. Skype, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat even. YouTube. Hey. And Spreaker itself. You can get at us, devil.tongue@gmail.com. Now, maybe I've watched a little too much Springer in my day. I don't know. But this whole thing about dating cousins, it's real. You know, especially if you happen to have a large family and you don't know, you're unaware, it just happens.
That's different, okay? But when you know and see these people at family reunions and you have like the family tree and you see their face and you see the connection and you're going ahead doing that crap, hello, there's no excuse in that.
Maybe not. But see, first cousins, yeah, psychologically I won't say that's nasty. That's nasty. But let's say it is a family reunion, you know, maybe I just buried somebody. Whoever it is irrelevant. and you know,
I just buried somebody. Whoever it is irrelevant. They be like, oh, it's poor grandmama.
Yeah, but you know, you're doing all the introductions. His cousin Hoo Hoo and Lulu and Boo Boo. I bet Honey Boo Boo does that. Ooh, did I say that? The point I'm stressing is, it's one thing that if you don't know your cousins, third, fourth, whatever, but when you know and you decide, who's gonna find out? Who's gonna tell?
Who's gonna find out? Who's gonna tell? Your babies when they come out with two heads.
That's if it progresses into the
nasty realm,
the pregnancy zone. But nobody said it had to go there. We're just talking straight up
nasty.
Yeah, but we're just talking straight up. You know, we don't know we cousins. We hanging out, we kicking it. You know.
No. You just said we were at a family get together, whatever it is, funeral, all the way down to barbecue. We all hooking up, you know, not hooking up like that, or meeting, whatever like that. So if you see them and they meet and you get introduced and know that's your cousin, you know. But it's totally different if you was at Starbucks, okay, and you was checking out the chick in front of you, and then y'all started talking, and then all of a sudden, you know, coincidentally, you had a picnic or whatever went down, and coincidentally, you saw her, and then it was like, yo, that's such and such daughter. Boom!
I'm going to give you the hypothetical. I love the hypotheticals. Now, let's use what you just said, but I'll switch it to Dunkin' Donuts.
Mm-hmm.
And I see this chick in front of me. I mean, yo, she got curves. She thick. You know what I'm saying? She a supersized BBW, you know, finger licking, you know, just the big bones. Yeah, you know, Devil Tongue throws on his
bib,
tongueness,
his bib. Go ahead to hold up the drool,
and we start kicking it. And yeah, you know, I ain't gonna front. I hit it. You know what I'm saying? And it was all good, but we kept in touch,
right?
And then what happens is, yeah, you know, there's a family gathering, a family get together, and somebody says, "Oh, by the way, Devil," because you know they address me by my non-government name because I'm a superstar and all that. Did you meet your cousin Keisha T? Keisha who? Keisha what? Oh, you mean Keisha Tika from Brooklyn, right? No, Keisha Tika from Virginia. Yeah, that's your cousin. And you know,
the next question would be, who daughter she is?
Exactly. Oh, that's your aunt, Bessie Mae daughter.
Who Aunt Missy Bay?
I'm saying, Keisha Tika's Aunt Bessie Mae daughter.
And then I'll be like, who Aunt Bessie Mae? Like, cause I'll be like trying to break it down. Like, who are these people?
Well, the bottom line is, you know what? Not only she my cousin, but we are officially kissing cousins.
Yeah, but that's by accident.
Does it make a difference?
Yeah, it does.
Even if I'm sitting there and I'm telling the fellas,
no.
man, I was slapping it, flipping it, rubbing it down.
No. See, what happened was that you met her at Dunkin' Donuts, okay? And you was messing with her, but you didn't know. Then now, when you go into the family reunion, whatever it might be, then you're like, oh, shoot. Then it's kind of gross. Because now you know the fact. Now, if you continue to do it, you're gross again, okay?
But
if you continue, you're still gross, okay?
But I'm gonna counter you on that.
Go ahead.
Okay, let's say it was super Scorpio enjoyable, and she was all into her brother. You know what I'm saying? She's starting to, buy brother penny loafers, whatnot. I mean, I can't keep getting my fun, my fill, my cheesecake. I know she a cousin, but who else gotta know? Nobody. Auntie Bessie Mae ain't gotta know.
Yo, you nasty. For real, you nasty. I'm like, yo, I mean, like, I mean, like, just because you hitting that, I mean, it's like you got no standards for yourself. Like, no ethics, no code.
But she looked like Janet.
I don't give a damn who she looked like. Hell no.
Y'all listen to Double Tongue and Phantom Other on Spreaker.com. And we talking about, do you kiss your cousin? Now, to be honest, no, I don't.
The way you was talking about it was like, yes, I do.
It's entertainment.
I know that.
Oh, so will you stop throwing daggers?
I ain't gonna
stop throwing daggers.
I'm gonna throw daggers.
Let's talk. Let's entertain.
That's what Phantom does.
Yeah, the yang to my yin. However, I'm gonna throw it back on you.
Go ahead.
Saying he's nice on the eyes. He got the 50 Cent six-pack.
That's nice.
And
he looked nice from afar.
He's driving the Alfa Romeo.
Oh, no.
The 2018.
Oh, no. That's not.
Oh, he's driving the C-Class Mercedes.
That's all right, too.
All
The
right.
whole thing is this, okay? He might have the 50 Cent body, but you know what? It's like the menu. We're looking, but we ain't ordering.
Why not? But you need to order.
Hell no. See, maybe you want to be down with kissing cousins, but I'm not.
You don't know he's your cousin yet.
And if I knew he was my cousin, I would drop him too.
But okay, let's say you did it and then you took that walk of shame. And a month later, you at the family reunion and you be like, what are you doing here? And he's like, what are you doing here? And then it's like, hey, Phantom, hey,
whatever, Eric.
Kurt Flirt. Y'all cousins. And y'all both like,
my first question would be like, how many removed? I hope he ain't first.
Well, you know what? Let's go deeper into that about marrying your cousin.
Ew.
You say ill, but what if he's not a first cousin?
Yo, I can't be down with relatives. For real.
But
it's like, there's so much other people in the world that you have to stay within your relatives. That's like them damn stuff. No offense.
It happens in the South more than we both know.
I know that.
But I mean, even though we being jokey about it, this... Yo, truth is stranger than fiction.
Yo, that's so crazy.
Truth is stranger than fiction. And I'm telling you, there's a lot of kissing cousins running around. A lot. And I guess, the sad truth is they do it because they want to do it.
But you know what, though? And then you know what it is? A lot of it's inbreeding. Like, a lot of families, that's what they do. They stay within families. You know what I'm saying? The royals used to do it. Used to.
Well,
not anymore.
How do we know for sure that they don't do it anymore?
They got that black chick now. They ain't no black people up in the royals.
Ah!
Please. They got that black chick now. The one that's marrying Harry.
Smashing. Well, I guess, if Prince Charles wanted to have his wanker really wanked, he went there.
So, well, no, they wouldn't have done that because you know what? I don't think he would have jeopardized because he's next. He's next in line. Because I think it's going to skip over Charles. Because that's what she was trying to do before. She was trying to skip Charles.
Oh, can they do that? Of course they can, but I mean, can they do that?
They can, but there's mechanics to it for her to do that.
Right.
Because what happened was that, like years ago, because of his recklessness.
Right.
And she was just like, you can't be king acting like this. And so what happened was that supposedly this is rumored that she wanted to skip the throne of Charles and go to William. But you have to understand too, by the time William and George and all them the other ones get it, the palace would have been so watered down because they have no rights. All it is decoration right now.
I guess.
It's decoration. They have no saying. There's a parliament. There's no. They have a king and queen, but it's a front. You know what I'm saying? They have no say. They can't. It's not like, oh, when you're talking about politics, it doesn't go to the queen anymore. It goes through parliament. They have a prime minister.
Right.
They just there for decoration. There's no king and queens anymore. And what happened is this: they have money. Okay, they're always gonna have money.
And that's old money.
Right, but what happened is that they're not generating money. Because, remember, you're not taxing the country anymore. You're not taxing. See, England doesn't owe them a living anymore. Because England somehow broke off from them.
Right.
So now, they're living off of whatever old money, whatever they have, they're living off of that. So now, when you're looking at it, right, the government, they get their taxes and stuff like that. You know, they're doing all of that. But I don't know how much the percentage the queen gets off of that. Because back then, right, if you're talking about back in the day, king, queen, whatever it was, listen, they were getting like, let's say 95%. Okay? Let's say that. Now, I want to say they're getting less than 5%.
Right.
They're getting less than 5% because England doesn't, they recognize them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like, no offense, but like, they're Kardashians. You know what I'm saying? Like, like, we recognize them, you know what I'm saying? But we don't really acknowledge them as our representatives. You get what I'm saying? Like, we know they exist, but we don't say, well, these are our representatives of our country. No. You have a prime minister that represents the country.
Okay.
So anything, like if the country goes to war or whatever, the queen is not there. It's the prime minister who's there.
Of course.
So that to me, they're the kings and queens. They're just there for show. They're all there. It's a nice title. It's nice to have, but since in this modern day time, it's worth garbage. It's not worth anything. It's nice to be married to a prince. Don't get me wrong, but to me, it's not like back in the day where it's like, oh my, like the Prince of Monaco. It's like, oh my goodness, I'm married to the prince, or the prince is interested in me, or you know, where you know they still have control. Like I think the Prince of Monaco, even though he's passed and his son is taking over, I think they still have a king and queen and stuff like that. But I don't know if they have a parliament that's excluded, you know, like to the side. That I'm not sure about.
Well, you know what? I mean, I forget which war it is. You know, I'm not about to go into any history lessons.
Right.
But I always say, you know, we'd have been drinking tea instead of coffee if they had won that war. You know, it would be a flip. It would actually be a flip. I wonder how Canada governs. They have a prime minister also, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You know,
and now you can tell we're all over the place.
Oh, well, hey, that's what we do.
You know.
You know.
But yes, Canada has a prime minister.
Right.
And the dude is French, and he's like attractive looking and stuff like that. Because they have two. I think they have two. Like for the, yeah, maybe. I think they have two.
Right.
Because I think they have one for the French side, and then the regular side.
Got
I
it.
think. Because the French dude, he's like this young dude. Everybody's like, oh, he's hot and stuff like that. But you know what? He could be the main person for all of France, all of Canada. I'm not sure. I thought it was two, but it could be just one.
Could be.
And that's. I mean, it's going the way of the dodo.
Well, you know,
it's going the way of the dodo. Because what happened is that we're not acknowledging that anymore. We're not, you know, king and queens and everything. It's nice. You know what I'm saying? But
right.
It's like, it's funny because back in the day, they would show old documentaries on like the Queen and her family,
Right.
And some of it would be black and white. And it's funny because I used to watch it, and I used to be really interested in it.
Right.
But the point is that when it got up to Charles and Diana, I would cut it off.
Okay.
Because after that point, it just started becoming stupid. Like, before that, when Charles got with Diana, I liked the way, like, everything before then, how it all played out. Like, how Queen Elizabeth got her husband, her uncle, how she got the position of Queen, you know what I'm saying? Because technically, her uncle, who was supposed to be next, forfeited for a woman.
I mean, she's been queen for a very long time.
Right. But her uncle forfeited. And then her father, it was her uncle, something with her uncle. And the father came next. And then the father only had 2 daughters. And she became queen.
You think she kissed her uncle?
Ew. And the uncle, what happened was, he ended up marrying an American. And so that jacked up everything back. Like, back then, everything was all taboo. Like, you had to stay with your own kind, even though they weren't British or whatever like that.
Of course.
And then they would show you the pictures of her and her husband, whatever like that. And then they would show you, you know what's so funny? It's like, you would see her with the pictures, like, pregnant. And you see her with the children. And it's funny because you look at her and you see the kids and you be like, damn, she has sex? Could you look at her? And you look at her and you see her with Prince Charles and you see her with her family. And then the funny thing is that she has 4 kids. She has 2 older kids and 2 younger kids. So when you look at like Charles, it's Charles and his sister. They're the first 2.
Right.
And then it's like a big gap. And then she had 2 other kids, which is the 2 boys.
Well, I don't know if you believe in immaculate conception, but maybe the stork really did bring her baby.
I'm gonna tell her.
That's England. So
I don't know. Maybe remember them stories come out of there too. Harry Potter did, so I don't know. Okay.
You ever watch Family Guy?
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, again,
I don't know. But it was
happenings.
just weird. It was weird because you would see her and you would look at her, and I would be like, "Oh shit, you got kids? Like, oh, you getting busy back there?" But then I'm like, yo, is she a freak or is she just laying there and letting him just get on top of her?
No, God, no. Please don't tell me that the queen is a Scorpio because I can't envision it. I can't. She'd
be like, oh, dear, I would love to do it from the back, please.
and spreading them pale-ass white cheeks.
She's like, oh, please. Please.
Yo, you know what?
Oh, the joy. I love the way it looks.
I'm clutching my pearls. It's time to go.
Oh.
It's time to get off of your podcast and our internet.
My pearls.
But as always, we try to discuss the issues that affect all of us. Mm-hmm. And that really affected me. It's Devil Tongue.
That's your mother.
Yo, thanks for listening to it in. Take care till the next episode.
Take care.